We are the best. We are educative. We are entertaining. Information is power. We'll give you the best when it comes to music. We'll give you the best when it comes to news, current affairs, and sports. We are the best. Carnival Radio. Carnival Radio. Carnival Radio. We are the best. Carnival Radio. Enjoyment unlimited.
Good evening and welcome to news around the world from Carnival Radio. I am Joseph Oyokola. Starting from Africa this evening, Madagascar has received 3 colonial Sarah scores from France 128 years after they were taken, including one believed to belong to King Tohera, executed by French troops in 1897. The remains linked to the Sakalava ethnic group were formally handed over to a ceremony in Paris before being flown to Antananarivo, where President Henry Rejola welcomed them at the Mausoleum of Antananarivo, joining military and cultural rituals honoring the return. Authorities confirmed the king's score will be transported to Ambiki, Maneba region, with traditional stops for ceremonies. Moving to Europe, the UK government is warning tens of thousands of international students to leave when their visas expire or risk removal. According to the report, the Home Office launched a campaign targeting the rise in visa holders overstaying by claiming asylum. Officials described the trend as alarming and said the effort seeks to reinforce compliance with immigration rules. For the first time, students are receiving direct text and emails outlining penalties for overstaying. Whitehall sources linked the move to wider concerns about misuse of the asylum system after study. In North American, researchers have submitted over 100 proposals for the Trump administration's $50 million study into possible causes of autism, with up to 225 winners expected by late September. The Autism Data Science Initiative, announced in May by Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy, is managed by the National Institute of Health. It will mine large data sets to identify potential contributors and assess existing treatment. Funded studies could yield results within 2 to 3 years, according to government call for proposals. The Department of Health and Human Services said awards will be issued in September if research ideas met scientific standards, but declined to comment on Kennedy's promised policy changes. In South American, Brazil's Supreme Court has begun the verdict and sentencing stage in the trial of former President Jair Bolsonaro. He is accused of leading a conspiracy to stay in power after losing the 2022 election. The prosecution closed its case in July, and the defense finished in mid-August, with sections scheduled through September 12. Bolsonaro faces 5 counts, including plotting a coup and assassination attempt against President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva and a justice. He also stands accused of involvement in an armed criminal organization. Bolsonaro denies all charges. According to news report, he did not attend the opening section. In Australia, an Australian man has been charged with theft after police discovered a trove of Lego and toys valued at $250,000 in Adelaide. Authorities said about 2,500 items, including 1,700 unopened Lego boxes, were found during a raid on the Royal Park home on Saturday. Investigators believe the items, allegedly stolen from department stores, were intended for online sale. Police described the seizure as the largest in the retail theft operation in South Australia, requiring extra officers and 3 trucks to clear the loot. The 41-year-old suspect is due before Port Adelaide Magistrate Court on 30th of September. On to the last news on news around the world. U.S. President Donald Trump has said India's offer to reduce tariffs to nothing, while describing the current trade stalemate as a totally one-sided disaster. Washington recently imposed 50% tariffs on Indian goods, including a 25% penalty tied to the his continued purchase of Russian oil. India has not responded to Trump's latest comment. However, disputes over Russia oil have strained relations between the two countries. Trump's remark came as Prime Minister Narendra Modi attended the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit in Taiji. He held talks with Chinese President Xi Jinping and Russia President Putin. I heard news around the world from Carnival Radio. This news was brought to you by Carnival Radio News and Current Affairs Department, compiled by Elizabeth Tessie Okemukuku. I am Joseph Oyokola. Good evening and please do well to enjoy your night. Good night.